You may have noticed that parking at Grandview has changed a lot this year compared to last year. Parking may be convenient for some, but recently it has been frustrating for others. Whether you've been driving for a year or a week, there are many different perspectives concerning this matter.
I would say that the parking is so much worse this year because it's all crowded in near the one entrance down here by the Commons. In traffic, it takes so much longer to get in and out of school, especially since I live further away, so it's very annoying having to deal with the traffic.
It got worse. Now you can't park at the end of the lower hundreds, so if you have a class there, you can't park there.
All the traffic's gone to one side of the parking lot now, so everybody rushes to get a parking spot. And when there used to be parking on the other side, kids could get to the other exit easily, but now kids are flying down the lanes to get to both exits.
Also, getting out of school, it can take 20 minutes sometimes if you don't get out right away, and it's very, very annoying. It's also kind of dangerous because people like to speed and get close to hitting your car.
There are a lot of factors that contribute to how long it takes for students to get out of the parking lot, and for the majority, it disrupts the ease of exiting the parking lot at the end of the day.
Literally just how fast you get to your car. I park at a specific spot every time, and then I have to walk as fast as I can to get out, and if I don't do all of that, then I won't get out within 10 minutes.
Kind of faster if you go out with the lights because there's two lanes that turn right on Arapahoe where I go to get to my house.
Other students crowding around, students walking in the parking lot, and then there's students driving out of the parking lot, and they're just crazy drivers.
The amount of kids affects it a lot because if a lot of kids are trying to leave at the same time, the line just continues to grow. So the people that park normally at the end are the people that are able to get out the fastest.
A lot of students have expressed much irritation over how crowded the parking lot has become. Digging deeper into the topic, we have discovered why this change has occurred and who was the catalyst for this change.
So parking this year has changed, and first of all, of course, you know that the Weston Doors are now locked. So all of our parking is now transitioned to this end of the parking lot, which is down here by athletic activities. So we've had a lot more people parking down here in these spaces, so that is filling up this section a lot more than it used to. You also have to remember there's been some restriping, so the directions have changed, entry, exit points, plus we've added some lanes down there on the far west end to help with traffic to make sure people can get in and out of here a little bit faster.
Though there has been measures to improve the ease of access to the parking lot, many students find the West End doors being locked frustrating.
I have entrepreneurship, which is at the very end of the hallway, so it'd be a lot easier if I could park at the end of the parking lot and then just walk in those doors.
Kind of dumb because it lets you get into school faster and get out faster. Now you can't do that, so.
I really don't like it because it's making me late for my classes, and it cuts down on my lunchtime, and it makes it harder for me to leave.
It doesn't really affect me just because my classes aren't over there, so.
From last year to this year, many students have been very frustrated with the West End doors being locked and now alarmed. Reasons for this were never provided until now, when our admin digs deeper into the much more important perspective of the decision to alarm the doors.
They are closed and locked due to safety concerns. We did a safety walkthrough this summer, and the district safety team came through. They let us know they felt like that would probably be the best option, is to lock that door just so that if we did have a situation, people couldn't get immediately into our hallways.
I know it's frustrating. I think anytime there's change and inconvenience, it's frustrating. So we try to explain early on, get here early, because you're going to need to. And you know that if you have to park all the way on the West End and then walk to athletics and activities, it's going to take a long time. But no matter what, a few minutes of convenience is never going to trump student safety. We used to have a security guard who was stationed down there, so we were able to use that as another entrance a few years ago. But we had to move that security guard into the building to do more laps around here and be more involved with students, so we didn't have people sitting at three entrances. When you ask what I wish we didn't live in a world where these are the things we had to think about. We just didn't live the same world that you guys live in, and unfortunately, we have to always be thinking about safety first.
Not to mention, the price of the parking pass alone has become a focal point of annoyance by the student body.
The price is crazy. $50 for a parking pass when you go to school is crazy because a lot of people can't afford that.
It's dumb to be able to have to pay for a parking pass just to park here, especially considering if a student isn't able to take the bus or get a ride, that if they have to drive here on their own, they can't afford one.
I think as a student, it's unreasonable that I have to pay $50 for a parking pass when I have every right to park at a place that I get my education from. The taxes in this area that should pay for my right to park at this school.
I think it's really stupid because we pay, our parents pay our taxes, so it should cover everything that we need educationally. And like, why are we paying to park? Like, where else are we supposed to park? On the side of Arapahoe?
Tagging along on this ongoing theme of safety, there are a multitude of reasons you can get tickets in the parking lot and that you may not be aware of.
Main reasons for tickets in the parking lot, of course, are not having your pass. That's the biggest one. So if you don't have a parking pass that is issued by Grandview, you will get a ticket. We want to make sure we're accountable for every car that's in that parking lot. Loitering in the parking lot. So you're not allowed to just hang out in your car during the school day. Even at lunchtime, you're supposed to be inside the building, or you have to drive your car off campus. More and more people that just kind of want to sit in the parking lot. We're starting to get people from other buildings coming in. We had a lot of property issues last year. We had people's cars getting tagged. We had scratches. We had people throwing their trash on stuff. So we're trying to kind of keep more and more people from hanging out in our parking lot. It also keeps strangers that don't belong here, that just come off of Arapahoe Road, out of our parking lot. Parking and visitor parking, parking and handicapped, parking in the teacher lots will be some of the other major ones.
The biggest common misconception amongst the student body is the money obtained from parking passes and tickets goes straight to the school, but elaborations on where this money goes have been given.
So when you buy your parking pass, your $50, or if you buy it at Christmas break, your $25, that money all goes to Cherry Creek School District. The district takes it, they divide it amongst the schools, and they use it for stuff like repaving of the parking lots. They use it for restriping. It costs a lot of money to restripe that parking lot every year. They do make sure everything's taken care of properly out there.
My understanding is it always went to the district office. Which office, I'm not sure, but I want to say grounds, and then they would use that money to then come back and repair our parking lots over the summer. So that money has to be used in the same exact spot. The interesting part was I talked to somebody in grounds this year, and he said, oh, I didn't know that. I've never seen that money. At least it goes from the schools to the schools, but it was funny how it took quite a few questions to find out exactly where it went.
Everything from your parking tickets goes back into us helping trying to keep the parking lot in running, functioning order. Once again, signage, cones, stuff of that nature. The golf cart maintenance, the maintenance on the gator, stuff of that nature is all taken out of your parking ticket money.
There are many imperfections with our parking system and parking lot at Grandview, but with further explanation from higher up power, students will come to find that all things are done for the safety and overall well-being of the student body. This has been Ryan
and Andrea
signing off for GVTV.